It's that time. It's that time. You all know what I'm talking about. All right. Not to go all Walter White on you, but it's that time. You all know. Say his name. Jim VP. Jim VP. Because some may look at the calendar right now and you may think to yourself, looks like the end of February. Wrong. All right. It's the Jimmy Butler solstice, dude. It is his time to take over. And yesterday, as he told the New Orleans Pelicans with all their chicanery that was going on and throat grabbing that was going on, and the melees or the kerfuffles or the dust-ups or whatever you want to refer to yesterday as, know this, that man is locked in, and he declared to all of them as he was walking off that court, you guys got lucky. You guys got lucky in that regard.
I love it. I don't want to get ejected. Not because I'm not out there with my team, but I don't like the fine that I'm finna get. That's the one that really gets me. But I feel like if I'm going to do that, I should have just earned my fine a little bit more. I don't think I should have got thrown out the game, first of all. So New Orleans got lucky because I'm finna come after y'all in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Well, instead, he's like, Bam, you go at it. And he did. A pure throttling of the Pelicans. And still, to see everybody come together in a moment of tension was a beautiful thing. I think it really is going to bring this team together even closer. I think things are going into a great place, but I think that this helps in a lot of ways. I mean, Thomas Bryant throwing those hands, dude. He was putting the combinations. Look, Thomas Bryant was just looking for action. This man has been sitting on the bench. He has not been getting real playing time for a long time. So you might as well get in that action. And he is for sure going to get suspended, and I'm sure Alvarado is as well. The thing that he'd have to worry about is the people coming through with the film breakdowns that are happening online. Everybody's out here. All of a sudden, everybody's a detective. Let's just point out all the people who deserve to get yanked for a game for the Miami Heat. And, we don't have to go over everybody. Everybody's sitting here. Like, I'm looking in the film, and everybody's like, hey. If we're going to base this on the rules of, a player remaining in the vicinity of their bench, what are we doing? I mean, this was a bit of an odd situation. I mean, tension spilled. You had a situation where, nobody was, it just kind of led there, and so we're going to go to a place where we got to start picking off player after player who wasn't in there when every teammate is involved. It's just not human. It's not human to expect nobody to do anything. Hell, I mean, even on the court, players are getting crushed because they didn't do enough. So people are going to want to get involved. They're going to want to get chippy with all this stuff. But now you're seeing, the possibility of Thomas Bryant's going to get a suspension. He's for sure going to get a suspension. But also added to the action is Bam Adebayo, Nikola Jovic, Tyler Herro. I saw arguments at Caleb Martin. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, hey, do we really need to go forth with this? And I was reading something, I think it was from Vince Goodwill of Yahoo, who was saying that they can do suspensions to fit game days. So you could have something that is like, he said, looking at the Miami players leaving the bench last night and an automatic suspension, the league would have to stagger the suspensions to leave Miami with enough players on Monday. Usually they go in alphabetical order. So let's just say, going back to the ruling on that, if that was the case, if you had 5 guys who are potentially going to get suspended and you wanted to knock out a couple, you go Adebayo, Bryant, and then it would go Herro, Jovic, then Martin. But maybe you want to do Herro because Herro doesn't feel great with his health that's going on. I don't know. I just think this is all silly. The guys here's who deserves. Jimmy and Najee Martin deserve fines. All right, I could rule this in 3 seconds. All right, the true way that it should be ruled without any bias. I could snap this up in a second, okay? Here's what you do. You give, in this kerfuffle that went down, you go out there, you give Najee Marshall, he gets a fine. Jimmy Butler, same fine. Okay? Then you give Thomas Bryant and Jose Alvarado each a game for their little thing that went on there.
And here comes, now we got Alvarado and Thomas Bryant throwing hands. Now that's going to be something different. Oh, now we got somebody throwing stuff in the stands. Somebody get this clown right here. Number 3 in the white. Police not even moving to get this guy. Throwing twice, he's got to go.
I love Jax. He's picking this clown right here. This guy. He's making things happen. He needs to go. By the way, shout out to that D Wade fan who got the Hevo. That guy he's got to get courtside seats to the next game. He does. You got to bring him in for the next Heat. I think it's at the end of March. Heat Pelicans, which Jimmy's already, by the way, he's like, listen, we're the better team. Completely dismissed the Pelicans yesterday. It was a tremendous jab to just throw at them.
Oh, the next time we play them?
Yeah.
I mean, sure. We'll beat them the next time too. We're just a better team. I'm not going to say that they're not a good team, but I don't think this really matters. I think that when we get them on our home court, it's going to be a different game. I hope that they're healthy, and it's going to be the same outcome. I think our team is so ready for anything that anybody's throwing at us. We're so together. We're playing some incredible basketball. I don't think it matters who we go up against right now. It's that time of the year.
It's that time of the year, baby. We know it's that time of the year to get going. And it's a very dismissive thing to throw at the Pelicans, who are a very good team. And Zion Williamson even was talking yesterday. He goes, listen, the whole thing started. Kevin Love was trying to make sure I was okay when I went down. Kevin Love is not a man. This is a classy man who's not going to try and hard foul anybody. Tempers just flared up. I don't think this is something that warrants a bunch of archaic rules of suspension like Boris Diaw or the Phoenix Suns back in the day. Is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous notion that these guys should be suspended for this. They're very clearly trying. If anything, they were trying to just go and get their guys. It didn't feel like anybody was really trying to do extra stuff to the Pelicans. Thomas Bryant, Jose Alvarado doing the shadow boxing. For sure they're going to get a game. Jimmy Butler and Marshall, give them their fines, but you gotta suspend Bam and Jovic and Martin and Herro for this. Ridiculous. Just completely stupid if we're gonna end up doing that. But I guess if it happens, they're not gonna yank all 5 of them. They're gonna have to, do it in the vicinity of the next back-to-back. So you probably would have sat certain guys anyway. Maybe it'll end up working out okay for Miami. But to Jimmy's point, they're playing such good basketball right now. Love the way that they've come together since this losing streak. And to pick up the way that they did was just tremendous. But seeing him walk out there as the crowd in the palm of his hands, he's shouting, that gets this man fired up. The next time this guy steps on a basketball court, especially, getting 2 days off before you're taking on Sacramento, it was a beautiful, beautiful thing to see that from this Miami Heat club. Here was Bam.
I don't know. I seen Zion hit the ground, and next thing I know, guys are in the funk. It's one of those things where it happened. You try to protect your teammates. I feel like it was a more, what's the word I'm looking for? Over-exaggerated than what it really was. But I'm just glad, my teammates got on.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with him. I think that it was much ado. That's why I think if there's massive suspensions from this, I think it's crazy talk. Especially with fans throwing things, that's going to escalate things. And also, this is not something that would warrant 5 guys getting suspended for. So I hope better judgment is put forth through all this. I believe Jovic did get a suspension his rookie year for the same thing. I don't remember the incident exactly, but I think that he did get docked a game for this same kind of craziness that was going on between the Miami Heat. So if Jovic is getting his second suspension for hey, he's about it, dude. That the Serbian Terminator was right in there. He was trying to get into that action and get a lot of business. The other piece of note that we should mention is Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro spoke to the Miami Herald about his injury status and where things stand with his leg. And he had said that this is something that was going on with his, he said, had his knee bumped a little bit. He thinks structurally everything is good, nothing major or minor damage. They thought everything was good, just scared me more than anything. It's a little soreness. Remember, he was saying that he was dealing with some foot stuff going into this. And when he was talking about his foot, he said, I don't know what even happened. I took 4 days off from moving and stuff. I was on vacation. I come back to Miami, and my foot was tight as hell. Everything that I was doing, there was discomfort with it. He said he dealt with something similar to this his rookie year, so it was something he was familiar with, but he was able to give it a go. Definitely felt like Tyler Herro came out strong, but wasn't necessarily as effective in the second half. Not that it was needed. I mean, they got great performances by Duncan and Bam, but he did mention, he says that he wants to be healthy. He says, I want to be healthy for the playoffs. That is my main thing, which you get from him. I mean, like, I thought yesterday, it was a scary look. It looked very, the injury wasn't similar, but the reaction was very similar to what happened in Memphis earlier in the year. And I'm just thinking to myself, I can't believe this guy's not going to catch a break, and he is going to absolutely miss a bunch of time for this. But thankfully, sounds like, it doesn't sound like it's too bad. But maybe he is, maybe he is going to get suspended because of all these damn Twitter snitches out there, dude. Going out there, we're breaking down the film like it's some kind of Bigfoot sighting. He got off the bench. He got off the bench. He got off the bench. Suspend him. Just trying to go get a game against the Kings, baby. It's that time.